Firstly this week I'd like to say massive thanks to everyone who's bought some Oak Swamp merch. It's really appreciated, guys. Thanks a lot. Also massive thanks to all you guys leaving comments every week. Really appreciate it, chaps. Lovely job. Tuesday, been raining all night. I uncovered this yesterday to give it a bit of air and it rained. Yeah. Right, what I'm going to do today, as the weather is so miserable, I started on these engine mounts. I'm going to finish them. I'm going to make a gearbox mount. Before I do that, I'm going to mount this. Get this in exactly the right place, because I've got a feeling the engine's got to come forward. Right, I just got a little bit of clearing up. Plenty of room to work on it here, and the floor is nice and level. What I'm going to start on today is getting this engine, gearbox and centre axle all in line. So I need to release all of this slot, release the engine mounts and get it exactly the right place. I've got bits of welding to do underneath. I'm not going to worry about them just yet. What I'll do is once all the major stuff is done, all the chains and that, I'll just do it one quick whip down, take it to bits, weld it up. Also regarding this engine, I'm going to start looking around for a pair of ammels, because I want to put 2 little ammel carbs on this because I think they look really cute, and make a manifold. I'm also going to make an exhaust manifold, and it's going to be a straight out here. There's going to be no silencer, it'll just come out the side. It's not actually that loud, to be fair. It's only a little 720, isn't it? Okay, you see I've trimmed this edge off down through here. This needs coming back now to this point. So I'm just going to trim down these, and this will allow the engine to go up a little bit further because it's pinching at the moment. When this is finished, I'm going to box under this piece just to put some strength into it and to make up for this lip not being there. Okay, for this gearbox mount, I'm going to use a bit of this curved 1x1 box. What I plan to do is put that across there and then just join into the underside of here. I'm going to whip that off, drop that in and make another piece for the top. That just slot in there like that. And now I just got to make a piece that comes up onto here. That's the first bit on now. Now, make a piece that comes off of this, just joins up into this. Okay, you've got this bit of an old Land Rover bracket. It's got a nice curl on it, so I'm going to cut it up there, across there, and then curl that bit over, so we got 2 returns. Here's the little piece. I bent him over, and now I'm going to weld that onto there. Yeah. Stripped another UJ down, and I've set this in there properly now. But what I've realised is, and I realised this last night, I'm not getting it accurate enough. Not at the moment. If you see, look, it's bumping. So that means it's not in line. It's got nowhere to take this out. So this has got to be exactly in line. This is just as well be solid, really, if anything. But I'll leave it like that. So I'm going to just undo those 2 tacks and then get a little bit more precise on it. I think what I need to do is make a flat plate that goes onto here and a flat plate that goes onto there, and then bolts them together. Okay, here's a bracket I made for the rat some time ago, and it was to take a bottom support. Just by chance, it's exactly the same. So this can be the starting point of my securing bracket. Right, there's it bolted on, all nicely drilled, ready for me. So what I'm going to do now is make a plate that bolts to those two and goes to this, very similar to the last one. Then I'm thinking I have something that bolts between this gearbox mount and here, and that hold it dead in place. That's kind of the idea. Oh look, Gavin's here. Hello mate.
Fine.
How you doing, brother?
Fine, lovely, fine.
Lovely to see you. Now I spoke to Gavin a while back and he promised me he'd bring round his Rover. And here it is. I think you should tell us all about it, mate.
My Rover 12 Tourer, 1948. There were 200 made, 100 in 1947 and 100 in 1948. Now, the reason I've got it is I wanted a car the same age as me. And I've been looking for years, looking at odd stuff and thinking, do I really need it? No, I don't. But when you get to a certain age, you think, if I don't do it now, I never will. So this one came up and it was actually sold as new 5 days after I was born. So that car was being made as I was being made. So that's the reason I got it.
What size engine is it?
15 something or other, just under 1600.
Ah, right, gotcha.
No idea what it develops.
Cute.
That's right.
There you go, overhead valve. Nice and clean, isn't it?
6 months
How are you
ago.
finding it?
It tends to go where it wants to go on the road
Yeah.
to a certain extent, so you have got some control over where you're going.
But we're going to go for a blast, Sass.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
It's still got the
the
original toolkit.
Oh, it's a nice gearbox, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I feel wonderful. Now I'm going to try the brakes out, just to see what they feel like. Oh, they're a long way down, aren't they?
Yeah, I think I want to be adjusted.
What a lovely car. Yeah, lovely. Thanks a lot, Gav.
My pleasure.
Really
Thanks a
appreciate
lot.
that. What a lovely car it is.
Thank you, and it's nice to see the establishment in real time.
Is it?
So, yeah,
Thank you
keep
very
up
much.
with the-
I've bent that piece up and that's going to bolt onto there, and that'll stop that from moving up and down in the front. I'm just going to do tacks for a minute because obviously I need everything completely in place. I'm considering putting one between there and there as well, just to make sure. I'm going to have to cover this up anyway. Oh, Whitey, Whitey. Hello, Mush. You okay? There we go. Soggy today, indoors. This is where I'm at. I was making these, so I've just got to finish that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put these radius arms on, get them all tacked on there properly, and that'll hold the whole back together then. I'm just whipping this piece out here so the seat can sit up. There's one more piece I can put on the top of this if I want these to go stiffer, but to be honest, I think by the time it's shocked, that will be stiff enough. The reason I cut those two pieces out is so, look at that, perfect. Okay, I made some slightly bigger brackets for these with 2 bolts, and I've tacked that back in. So I need a couple of these which are going to kind of do something like that to make the engine mount. I want to do it in 3mm, and the only bit I've got is this little bit of offcut of angle, but it saved me cutting through 4mm, and 3mm is the number. La 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 da, da, da. Number 1, and there's the other one there. Right, on with these seat sides. What I'm going to do is trim them down so they come down level with the leaf spring here. Tell this is the front of the chassis, because look, that's where the VIN plate would have been. So we're all fixed up and we're all rolling. We're all nice and loose on here. I'm not welding any of this up. I'm going to wait until all the chains are in, everything's finished, before I do the final weld up on that. But this is holding up nice and strong now. I've got to drill some holes to lighten this up a bit. Get one there, one there, and one there. What I found with this engine, when I fired it up, I put an oil pressure gauge on it, and it didn't work at all. Even when I took this out, no oil came out of it, but it was getting oil to the top of the engine. What it had just here was a grease nipple, and I can only assume it's for priming this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of pipe on there, put a bit of oil in there, and then give it a wind over and see if it does get a bit of pressure then. Right, I've fashioned together a bit of a funnel and what have you. Just going to give it a couple of bursts, see what it does. Yeah, did you see that? Oil pressure straight away. Monday, cloudy. Right, today I'm happy with all of these. These all come out nice. They rust up nicely. Over the weekend I had a bit of a look at this. Although it's running, you know, look, that's running sweet. It's not binding at all. I put that strap on down the bottom. The gearbox is held down the bottom there, but I'm not overly convinced with engine torque and all of that there isn't going to be some movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this axle out quickly. I've noticed this bit comes off, so I'm thinking if I can get that bit off and there's a flat plate I can bolt to, I'll put a flat plate on there and bring it across and bolt it to the axle so they are indeed mated together, and then I think I'll be happy that it's going to run through. It's pretty much in the right place where it is. I've just got to get it so it's absolutely bang on and weld it up, and it'll be even better. You look in there, you got these 4 bolts which is holding this on. I'm going to support the gearbox, whip these off, and see if I can get a flat plate to sit in there. Noisy that gearbox, isn't it? It's got a little bit of wobble on it. It's a big 3-speed. Yum yum. Look at that. That lovely big face for me to join to. Notice today I'm sporting the Wheel Design Ingenuity over Bucks t-shirt. Available in my shop in green, grey and black. My favourite t-shirt at the moment is the Austin Crosley one, and I've only got one. And I'm waiting for it to come out of the wash, otherwise I'd be wearing it right now. While I'm working on this, I want to be wearing it, really. Stefan does such a good job on my t-shirts, you know. It's a proper bit of art, fair play to him. So don't forget to get over and grab yourself one. You'll be helping me out more than you can imagine. Cheers, guys. Time to cut that fella out. There's the bottom piece there, and now I'm going to make some sides, something like that. 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to just lightly tack this up now and get it all into place, and then I can finish cutting these all to the right shape. Right, on this piece I've had to take this little piece out of here, so I'll be able to do up the bolt. If you see, it's right there. So I'll just give that a bit of a clean up now. What I'm going to do now, it's the only 3mm I got, I'll cut it down and I can make some little pieces to go on these ends which will bolt on, so this whole lot can be bolted in and out. Right, and then fellas will go in like that, so I'm going to weld these tops. The next job I've got to do on this is drill 3 holes down here and then 3 holes down in that. I've made myself a list. First job is to mount these radius arms. Second job is just finish off this 4mm here. I'm just going to finish this off along the body with a piece coming down there just as a cosmetic thing more than anything really. Then I'm going to get on with this bulkhead. Once the bulkhead's in, I'll continue with the steering. The front shock's got to be put on, there's just a couple of holes to drill. Rear shock's got to be put on, I'm not worried about that at the moment. And then I'm on brakes. Okay, so I've had a little think about this. To be honest, it really needs to be adjustable. The other day, my mate Mick gave me these. He was the same guy who gave me those bits of plate there. These are really quite heavy duty 12mm clevis forks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock that off there somewhere. For the moment, I'm just going to tack 2 nuts in here. And what I'll do with these afterwards is grind them all round so they don't look so industrial. I'll just sit on there like that and adjust out accordingly. I think what I'm going to do, if I can find a bit of tube, put a 12mm thread down it, just bring it out a little bit like that. Look a bit more in keeping. bit of 12mm here, and I've got to cut a bit of yin and yang out of it. Chunky, huh? Here's what it looks like. Again with this, I'm going to come back and weld this right at the very end because it's easy to get to. Next job I've got to do, 4mm triangles which are to go in here. These very square looking clevis forks, I'm going to just put a bit of roundness to them and give them a little bit of shape because they look a bit better. Right, there you go. Starting to feel and look a lot more solid now. So next time what I'm going to do is get this bit panelled out and get the tank fitted. As of there, if you notice in here there's a brake pedal appeared. I had a little go at it yesterday. I'm thinking the pedal's going to go somewhere around there and then the throttle will be right low. A bit of an idea in my mind using the old bits I've got, so I'm going to be doing that. Anyway, that's where I'm going to get to with the shrew this week, lads, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave me a like and a comment. If at this point you're not subscribed, make sure you do that as well, because you don't want to miss what's coming up with this puppy. It's just getting interesting. Massive thanks as always to Jim for all the cool tunes. You can find his CDs in my shop, along with my lovely Oak Swamp t-shirts. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you dudes next time. Hang loose.